Hello everybody, my name is Dee and welcome to my Pick a Card Tarot Readings channel and welcome to your reading. We are going to take a deep dive into your soul, into the deepest parts of you, to bring forth light, to bring forth shadow, to bring forth healing, to bring forth love. Whatever it is that Spirit wants to lead you to, we're going to go on a little journey in this reading. So look at the 4 different cards and really focus on the images. Which one is calling to you the most, really resonating in your soul? I will start with the first card. There are timestamps listed for all of them below. Hello, card number 1. You were attracted to the Ascension Flame. And here is an up close. So you can really take in the imagery. And it says liberation, a sense of greater purpose, high expectations. So when the Ascension Flame is coming through, this means that you have been asking or you have been desiring a deeper truth, a more real, tangible experience, a real connection. This is when you're digging really deep and you're asking Spirit for more, or to bring you into full clarity and understanding about the path that you have walked and why and what it's meant to teach you. And in all of that, it's because you want to go to a different level in some area of your life. And this could be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, or all of the above. And so that's why the Ascension Flame has come, because it's time for you to walk through the threshold, so to speak. You have earned your rites of passage to get to this point. However, with the Ascension Flame, there's a purification that must take place for you to go to that higher level. And this is not dark night of the soul energy where you are stripped down to your bare bones. This is more of coming into alignment with thoughts, energies, relationships, patterns of behavior that do not serve you, and other things that you need to start doing or thinking or being to take you to that next level. Like the puzzle is all coming together for you, and when it's there, it's time to step through that flame for the purification, to release and let go of whatever needs to be shed so that you can go to that next level. Okay, and some of you, this runs very deep spiritually. For some of you, this is about the physical realm and wanting to have a better, more abundant life in the physical. Some of you are desiring emotional connection and attachment, whether that be through romance or friends. Okay, all of you are seeking something different, and Spirit is saying that you are there at the threshold. You can have it, absolutely, but it's time to shed before we step through that threshold. So let's pull another card. Oh yeah, look at that. We have deep knowing, and the sacral chakra is coming through, which is the water chakra. Okay, that is your feeling center, that's your creation center. And with this deeper knowing coming through, what you seek, all the answers are coming as this puzzle all comes together, and it just all makes sense. It's right there before you. And with this, there is something that must be released, or something that must be accepted about the past, your journey. It's time for like a shedding of old weight, dead weight, energies, thoughts that do not serve you, that cannot go through that threshold with you. It's not a right vibrational match for what's on the other side, and that's why it must be shed. And you already know this. I'm only confirming what Spirit has already been telling you. And you might even be giggling to yourself right now, like, oh, Spirit, you've got jokes. Because maybe what you've been feeling seems too simple, too easy, or maybe it does seem heavy and hard to release, to let go of, or maybe you've just felt totally in the dark about it, but the answer's coming very clear very soon for you. And it's almost as like this reading is only going to confirm what you already know. And sometimes that's all you need, is that validation from Spirit, right? And you're just like, okay, I'm going to get in my zone, I'm going to listen to my intuition, and I'm going to do what I've got to do. All right, let's pull another card. Build on solid ground. Wow, absolutely. Where you're headed, you've already strongly rooted, okay? You've created the seed in the sacral chakra, and it's been fertilized through the solar plexus chakra, the divine masculine, all right? And you have rooted it in to the energetic field of this world. And now we've got to shed, we've got to prune, we've got to make room for it to burst through the surface, manifest and grow for you, build on solid ground. And that's why what must be released must be released. What must be changed must be changed, because this next level of your journey is meant to be very solid, very stable, very secure, okay? And it's long term. You've really created quite the path for yourself on like this next leg of your journey. And when I say quite the path, I mean that in a very beautiful way, in a good way. You at the soul want to be stepping on solid ground. And when we're stepping on solid ground, it's because we're in building mode, we're in growing mode, we're not in learning mode. You're coming out of learning mode. And that's why certain thoughts, patterns of behavior, coping mechanisms need to be shed, because you're not going to need that where you're headed, okay? So let's pull some more cards. Specialness. Look at you. The moon. Past. Stuck. All right, so look at that. Specialness. All those stars, you are headed for greatness. You are headed to the next level. What you seek is seeking you. However, you're coming out of a cycle, okay, with the moon showing up. But this cycle, it's very like long term. And within this cycle, it's like this repeating patterns, okay? Repeating pattern over and over and over. And it's time to come out of that cycle, because through each repetitive pattern that you've experienced, you've learned, you've been in learning mode, and you're moving beyond that now, but you're kind of stuck in the past, you know? And we talked about like, that's why the ascension flame is coming up, because there's something you've got to release, something you've got to let go of to go to that next level. And release, letting go, is coming into acceptance, just saying, you know what, this is what it is. I'm just going to accept it and move forward and allow the future to bring what it will, because the past cannot be changed. It is what it is. You can only accept it and let it go and not be stuck, because dwelling there, remaining very focused there, it's not allowing you to step through this threshold. Okay, and remember, on the other side of this, you are leveling up. It's time for a new cycle in your life, but the past has to be let go of. It has to be released. So let's pull some more cards. And some of you, if you like want to go into business for yourself, maybe it's time to quit your day job and go in full force, or you know, make some big drastic change in your life to make the room for that dream to materialize for yourself. Okay, we've got the Three of Cups with friendship. Seven of Swords with deception, yeah. Okay, so you are definitely having some trust issues with people, but also with the universe. Okay, look at this. Two of Cups, union, that's the past. And we have the Prince of Cups, introspection. So you have definitely been trying your best to accept, to let be what be, and move forward. And at times, it's almost as though you feel the universe is trying to remind you or keep you immersed in the past. And it makes you wonder, you know, am I supposed to move on? Or is there more here for me to discover? And Spirit's coming in and saying it's your own projection, really, because you go back and forth inside. Therefore, your reality is going to project, yes, move forward, but then project, no, stay here, hold back. You've got to decide within yourself that you want to move forward, that you want to level up. And with this deeper knowing, you know what needs to be released, what patterns need to be changed. And, you know, here it is, specialness with the Three of Cups. It's almost as though different relationships, experiences build you up and you feel safe, you feel good, you feel important, you feel special, just to be stabbed in the back or dropped hard on your ass. And you really feel like, I can't go through this anymore. And this has happened multiple times, and definitely a very, very significant relationship, and you're stuck there. You can't, you know, see the whole picture. You can't understand fully why this happened, why this person behaved the way they did. As much as you desire to, you feel very stuck. Like, no matter my efforts, I just can't move on. I just can't move forward. And Spirit's saying that now, at this point on your journey, you stand before the ascension flame. And after this reading, you need to say and speak it and claim it to yourself. I release the past. I accept it for what it is. I open myself to the future. I embrace it. I embrace the purification and stay in that space. Vibe there. Don't revert back to the past. If you find your mind going back to those spaces, pull yourself back into the present, because as you move through that purification, you're going to go through like a lot of ups and downs emotionally. Like one moment you're fine, next moment you're crying your eyes out, next moment you feel on top of the world. When you're going through that, then you know you are stepping through that purification. And when you get to the other side of that, all of these things that distracted you, that hindered you, are no longer an issue, and you are standing on a higher platform. So you are expanded, you're grown, you're wiser, and you're able to look back on all of this through a much, much different perspective, and you're on solid ground. So, you know, moving forward, the next big stent of your journey isn't about learning. You were doing that. Now it's time to build on solid ground and bring dreams into reality, into fruition. So let's look at each area of life specifically. So this is going to be the physical. Okay, so we have sword. Money conflicts, cutting corners, breakthrough. Law and order, pay cut, defense, being fired. Okay, so right now in the physical, things are not the greatest for you, okay? And this doesn't mean you have to be super broke or anything like that. It just means that you desire more than what you have. Maybe you desire a raise, a bonus, a better position, a different job altogether. But Spirit's acknowledging that you feel very blocked. When you move through that purification, this is going to shift. So let's look at the mind. What's happening with the mind? Okay, sacred stone, building relationships. So I'm not surprised that these cards came out where the mind would be. You've definitely been stabbed in the back. Spirit is acknowledging that as well. It's time for you to come out of that. Those relationships and situations, they were only teaching you, they were only growing you, but you're very stuck in the mental body still about what you've been through and why. All right, let's look at the heart space. Twin flame. Your partner is your twin flame who is here to help you grow spiritually. Okay, so in the heart space, this is what you are desiring. Twin flame energy, either through romance or through like a friendship connection where you want somebody to just get you, where you can be yourself and they understand you, you understand them, and knowing them encourages you to be a better, stronger person and vice versa. So in your heart space, you are really desiring that soulmate connection and closeness. Spirit is acknowledging that as well. Let's look at your spirit. All right, challenging path. You have signed up for a lot of soul evolution. You are a wise old soul, my friend. And wise old souls often walk the most difficult journeys because you've got to look at it this way. Level beginner, beginner level. Level expert, expert lessons, okay? And so with this challenging path at the soul, you are definitely, and you know what, this lifetime could actually be your ascension lifetime, okay? And so if that's the case, then you have been clearing a lot of karma this life journey and getting all of that out of like your energy field, like tying up all these loose ends because you're ready to ascend, okay? Challenging path. Others of you, this is not the ascension lifetime, but it's very similar where this life you have chose to balance a lot of karma because you want to start building, I don't want to say your spirit, but it's like this lifetime, your shift is really changing in the lifetime to come. And right now you're kind of at that pivotal moment. So whether you're ascending or your soul path, soul focus is vastly different in the next lifetimes to come, okay? It's one of the two. It's pretty deep. So let's pull some more cards. Okay, we have judgment, grief, change, relationships. Okay, so with all this energy we picked up around relationships really hurting you, that's your most challenge that you experience this lifetime is through your relationships to clear the karma, but as well as to receive a lot of soul growth, okay? And here in the physical, the Judgment with the swords. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. You need not compare yourself to anybody else, nor try to measure yourself to their yardstick. You are here for your own soul purpose, which has nothing to do with anybody but you. And anybody trying to make you feel bad, shame you for your choice of work or your life or where you're at in life, let it go. Don't even indulge that. That is their own shadow. And more to the point, you need to stop being so hard on yourself. 100%, you've got to stop being hard on yourself. You're ready to go to the next level. Okay, and this blockage in the physical, in the job, the money, the resources, the abundance, that's going to shift, or coming into a much more fulfilling job, career, all right? Going through the flame, and it's like there's some choice you've got to make here. And then in the mind, building relationships, and we have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So relationships have come and gone. A lot of them have hurt you, and that's why we're here with the twin flame. You want that real, true blue connection in your life, whether through a friend or through a romance. It says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So with this twin flame energy, there's a big change that's going to take place going through this purification process. And this may be, you know, somebody that you thought was supposed to be the one. You're going to change your mind about that, which is fine, because that means you align to the one. And the one on the other side of this flame is in alignment with you, isn't here to teach you these lessons, because remember, you've been in lesson mode, in karma clearing mode, because now it's time for the part where you start building and your focus shifts, because this lifetime, it is an ascension, whether it's from the ascension of the earth realm or ascension from some aspect of the karmic wheel, and your journey turning, I keep wanting to say spiritual, like doing spirit's work, becoming very, very spiritual in the lifetimes to come, if not ascending. So you're already quite spiritual, but it's like your whole focus in that area, on that level, because you are a very evolved being here, but you have experienced quite a bit of challenge and turmoil in relationships. That's all coming to an end, and Spirit wants you to know that. But there's choices that you have to make so you can step through this flame. And you've got to trust that anything that burns off doesn't belong on your journey ahead. And you will be grateful for it when you get to that point, because of everything that's going to be growing. The things that shed, it's not a fit. It's not in alignment. And it's time for you to catch your breath, really, and not be in learning mode, survival mode, but in that mode of strength and building and determination, and having some stronger relationships come into your life, into your reality, that you can actually count on and trust. And Spirit wants you to know that. But each and every one of you, these choices of what needs to change, what needs to be let go of, is different. And you know inside what that is. It blocks you from moving forward. So just say, I agree, I accept, go through the flame, and you are going to be so happy on the other side. All right, let's see this just fell out. Commanding performance, renewing your promises. Okay, so you've made some promises to Spirit before you came into this body, this life journey, and you said, I'm going to clear up all my karma, and then I'm going to turn myself to the light, and I'm going to walk the light. And that doesn't mean that you're just sitting around, in meditation all day. That means Spirit's moving through you, and Spirit moves through you when you're dancing, when you're painting, when you're singing, when you're writing, when you're taking a walk in nature. This is where you become Spirit's vessel, and life for you becomes quite different, and very spiritually based people are going to align to you. But right now, the only thing that stops that is you making that choice to release the past, and it has everything to do with specific relationships, and knowing through that release what's happened before is not going to happen again. You're done with that experience, so let it go so you can receive your blessings. You can receive soulmate union in your life. So those are your messages from Spirit. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello, card number 2. So I just want to bring it up close so you can see the imagery. And you chose the Cosmic Gateway. Insecurities, connection with others, refocusing. So for you guys, Spirit is acknowledging that you have been in a period of growth and change, and it has not been easy. Okay. This card is a little similar to the first reading. However, for you guys, this goes much deeper. I feel a lot of shadow energy. Maybe some of you have even been experiencing dark night of the soul, where it's like every part of you, of your personality, of your belief system, of your physical reality is being stripped away. And it's very disorientating and distorting to go through that. But it's because you're going from like one world, one reality, into a whole new world. Okay, you are having a grand awakening of some kind in some area of your life. Now, for some of you, this could be overall, because this is a general reading. And, for others of you, very specific area and connection with others. So a big focus on relationships with others that have brought you to this space ultimately where it's almost you feel that you are on bended knees. Okay, I can't take much more. I need help. Spirit, please hear my prayers. Okay, so there's a big acknowledgement of that from Spirit. So let's pull some more cards. Okay, Shakti, Shakti. This right here is you. See that solar plexus chakra? This is all about you regaining your personal empowerment. But this here, this Shakti, this is divine feminine energy. Okay, and here the divine feminine is the sacral, which is the water chakra, and the solar plexus is the divine masculine, the fire chakra. Okay, and so for you, there's a lot of like debris, distorted energies in these two chakras. And, with the divine feminine energy coming out, you've been taken advantage of, you've been hurt, you've been betrayed in the worst ways with this card, okay? In the worst ways, just with the way this reading's going. It's like your divine feminine energy has been betrayed, whether you are male or female, okay? That part of you, that needs deep healing, and that's what all this stripping away is happening. Like, that's why it's like this big upheaval, like earthquake going on, is because the healing that's needed is finally coming in. And sometimes healing does not feel like healing when it first starts. Okay, think about, if you get a cut and you have to throw some peroxide on it to clean it out before you bandage it up, it burns, right? Or if you have a deep gash, you have to clean it out and then stitch it up, and that's incredibly painful. And that's where you're at, that part of that deep cleansing to get all the debris out and gone so the wound can be stitched up and healed properly, and you go into this other reality where all these things that hurt you, it doesn't exist anymore. And the shadow energy of all that pain, it creates all these splintered, distorted experiences in your current reality. But once this is healed, you move in, it's just a whole different world for you. So let's pull another card. All right, look at this. Reflect on your truth. And I actually didn't pick this one up. What do we have? Reevaluate your priorities. Okay, and that's going to sit right under the cosmic gateway because I left it on the table there. And with this, reflect on your truth. What has betrayed you? Okay, and some things should be end all, no repair. And that doesn't mean that you don't forgive and that you don't unconditionally love. But some things are not, what's the word I'm looking for? People don't get unlimited free passes. It's when you forgive, forgiveness isn't saying to anybody, okay, you know, what you did is just fine, I accept it, and, you know, we could just be chummy, and I'm going to give you all my trust again. Forgiveness is accepting what's happened and moving forward and making different decisions based on the wisdom that you've gained from that experience that caused you to need to forgive, okay? And so for you guys, Spirit's saying, you don't need to keep forgiving certain people over and over and over and over. It's time for some boundaries. And, you know, talk is cheap. If somebody has changed, make them walk their talk for 3 or 6 months before you let your guard down if you want them back into your life. Okay, because somebody can really only put up a good show, a good front for 3 to 6 months. And, you know, most of us are like, well, this person fooled me for a few years. Most of the time, it's because we ignored the red flags that were popping up because we gave them trust and we looked the other way. But here, Spirit is saying, you know, reevaluate your priorities, which needs to be you. You matter. What matters to you? What are your truths? And if somebody you care about or you want in your life cannot respect that, cannot honor that, they don't deserve your space, your heart, your thoughts, your energy. They do not deserve you. Spirit wants you to know that as beautiful as your heart is, as your soul is, you are just... No, they don't deserve you. You've got to know your worth and value. There's a reason why they don't let go. There's a reason why they keep taking advantage over and over, because there's nobody like you. They get something from you, but it's time to cut them off. You're not a drug. They need to figure it out on their own because they're sucking the life out of you. And Spirit is pleading with you, saying you deserve more, and you called to me, and I'm telling you, you deserve more. You've got to choose to walk away. You've got to let it go. And the more you hold on to these toxic relationships and situations, the more turbulent your life is going to become, because this is not who you are. You are not on this earth to be treated as such. Okay, your divine feminine energy, the sacral chakra, your water chakra, your emotion chakra has been severely betrayed, and it's time to heal. It's time to let all of that go and everybody that's attached to that, and have some love for yourself. All right, let's pull some more cards. And this redirect focus, it's time to focus on you. What do you want? What would make you happy? And don't think of that, of anybody in that equation. Think of like the kind of life. And you could think of like, well, I want good love, you know, but don't think of any specific person that you currently know. Think of the emotion you want to experience, the way you want to be treated and valued and loved. Your soul, it calls for that. Stuck. Solar plexus chakra. All right, you know what? Along with this divine feminine energy that has been betrayed, so has your divine masculine energy, whether you are male or female, okay? And the divine masculine is your personal empowerment, your self-worth, your belief in self. So you definitely have gone through it. Spirit is acknowledging. And look at this shielding. It's time for you to protect yourself and your own energy. And now we've got the summer coming through. So here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're just about ready to move in to the season of autumn, and in the Southern Hemisphere, about to move into the season of spring. And so to me, this isn't about timing. This is about energy and what summer represents, which is the work, the dedication for the harvest. And here you are very stuck on this pain, this betrayal. And look at this, is card 5 and this is card 5. Fives is all about changes and challenges, and that's what the cosmic gateway is about, is the changes and the growth that you are going through to step into a new reality. And here, that divine feminine, divine masculine energy really does need healing. There are a ton of meditations on YouTube. You can go get Reiki. Just do a Google search for a Reikiist in your area. Read the reviews. Make sure that you're going to somebody, you know, that everybody loves and has nothing but beautiful things to say, because this here, once you start focusing on the healing of those chakras and not the thoughts in your mind of the past and the people and all the things that happened, pull yourself away from that and redirect your focus to the healing, to the meditation of the sacral and solar plexus chakras, and you will be amazed at how much more balanced you start feeling and rooted once again. And right now, it's time for you to shield your energy and not focus on anybody else but yourself, unless, you know, you are a parent or a caregiver of some kind and you have to care for other people. Obviously, that has to maintain, right? But anything outside of absolute obligation, it's time to push it aside. It's not time to be social. It's not time to be there for anybody else but you. You are running on low. You need healing. It's like anybody else could come along your path in the same condition as you, and you would move heaven and earth to help them heal. That's what you need to do for yourself right now, is move heaven and earth to heal yourself, because you deserve it. There is so much more that is meant to come to you, that is meant to happen to you in this life. But if you stay stuck in these wounds, it's like you can't progress forward. Okay, and Spirit is saying that you are meant to, and you have the strength within. If you, you know, take every bit of you and only focus on you and your absolute obligations, okay? And then shield yourself from everything else. Gossip, other people's problems, other people's crappy opinions of you. If you work with some people that just aren't fun, really start tuning them out. Ask Spirit, ask Archangel Michael to help you in those situations. Call upon Archangel Raphael to come in and really help you heal, because you are going to come into such a beautiful harvest. Oh my gosh, and you deserve it. Two of Swords decisions, that comes out under this stuck energy. You've got to decide. The Chariot, and look at the yin yang, the divine feminine, the divine masculine energy. It's time for healing. It's time for wholeness. The Chariot, victory, success. And the Three of Wands, vision. And you know, interesting, look at this. This card is shielding, and look at, we've got, you know, this pentacle here, and then the Three of Wands also around this. That kind of looks like a planet, right? And there's similar colors. So to me, this is very symbolic that it's time for you to shield your energy, this representing you. And as you do that, Three of Wands, your ship's coming in, things coming into manifestation. That's what's going to happen for you. Wow, look at this. It is 12/12 on September 22nd. That is a beautiful synchronicity of numbers right there for you guys. All right, last tarot card is Temperance. Look at that. The balance, the healing, the alchemy of your life, going from the bitter, cold, frozen winter into the lush abundance of summer, the warmth of that energy. Oh, so, so good. But Spirit is saying you've got to make that choice to finally put yourself first, to have your own back and do what it takes to heal these wounds and what you've been through. No, there's no justification for it. No, it was not fair. That is not the message of this reading whatsoever. It's that it's happened. It can't be changed. All you can do now is heal these deep wounds and step through the cosmic gateway into the reality that you desire, that you deserve. 100%. All right, let's take a look at specific areas of your life. We're going to look at the physical. Spiral, out of control, climbing the ladder, upward trend, revisiting a job promotion, connections. Okay, so in the physical, your money, your abundance, your job situation, you've been working really hard, okay? And this is kind of a mixed message card. Some of you, you are just on like the brink of a major accomplishment in your career and you've earned this, okay? But that's another reason why we need to get these wounds healed so that you can receive this to its highest potential. And for others of you, this craziness has also played out in your finances and with your job. And the healing of the solar plexus and the sacral chakra are going to bring your money and job situations under control as well. Let's look at the mind. Pendulum, hell yes or hell no. Okay, so this is kind of like where you go back and forth in your mind, where you know that what somebody has done is just unforgivable, unacceptable, to back into the feelings of how much you care for them and unconditional love, and you should always forgive. And Spirit is saying you've got to decide and you've got to decide to love yourself the way that you want to be loved. You've got to respect yourself the way that you want to be respected. And loving and respecting yourself is not tolerating bad behavior from anybody, no matter what they mean to you. You've got to always mean just as much to yourself as anybody else, with the exception of your children. All right, so let's look at your heart space. All right, well, we've got a lot going on in the heart space. Okay, we have attraction, we have intervention, caution, and passion. All right, so in the heart space, it's just as like the same message as what's been coming out, is your emotions, your soul connection. You're very empathic. You really feel people deeply. You can meet somebody for 5 minutes and have a conversation, and it's like, you will think about them just randomly at different points throughout the rest of your life. You're very empathic, okay? And being empathic, you understand somebody, you see them deeper than the average person, all right? But Spirit's saying that when somebody is constantly hurting you, you've got to step outside of the intensity of your emotions or soul connection that you feel, because there's red flags that pop up all over the place, and Spirit wants you to be able to accept the red flags at the time that they're given to you, and not hope that you're just wrong, or you're just being paranoid, or you're just being insecure, etc. Like, accept the red flags in the moment, and it will save you a lot of heartache and pain, okay? But yeah, you know, what you've been through, it's been very confusing, very back and forth, and it's time for healing so that you don't have to go through this. And, you know, I used to be a lot like that, where it was like endless forgiveness, no matter what you did to me. If I loved you, if you were in my heart, I felt like you were my soul tribe. You know, it was ultimate unconditional forgiveness. And then, you know, after 40 years of being a doormat, because that was my philosophy, I changed, and I really just started cutting people off, and it was not easy, but it really changed things, and got me a heck of a lot more respect than I ever did before. And I'll tell you what, it wasn't easy, because I'm very sensitive, just like you, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and I want harmony, and I want peace and happiness, and I want to get along with everybody, especially those that I love. But you can't always turn the other cheek, and you can't unconditionally accept bad behavior, because that is a sure way of self-destruction. And so it's time for you to stand up for yourself and have your back, and not forgive over and over and over, no matter how much this person means to you. You putting your foot down is the only way that they're going to change the way that they act towards you. All right, in the soul, we have repeating numbers. So this is very synchronistic. You are aligned to be finished with these lessons and to heal these wounds, so that you can move into a more synchronistic, alchemist sort of lifestyle, where things feel so much more balanced for you. Things feel like they're working out for you. You have people around you that you can trust, that you feel good about, that you're not constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop, or when they're going to lie to you, or when they're going to let you down. Like real relationships that are solid. But it's all about you awakening to yourself and the divinity of yourself, your self-worth, your self-value, and all the negative talk that you give yourself. It's time for that to stop, because we think that, you know, if we're being mean to another person, that, you know, that's not right, and that's not the way to be. But the same is true for ourselves. You've got to treat yourself the way you would treat another person, because whether you're being mean to another person or you're being mean to yourself, there's no differentiate. Like, the universe doesn't know the difference between the two. It's an energy, whether you're directing it towards you or you're directing it towards another person. And so when you're directing negative energy towards yourself, you're hurting yourself times two, because you're hurting yourself in that moment, but you're also creating that funnel of negative energy just to come right back to you. So it's time to love yourself. It's time to do more positive self-talk. Okay, honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And as long as you know yourself, nobody can lie to you. And look at gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn, and that's coming out under your heart space. And failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. You are not a failure. You've got to stop telling yourself that. And whoever told you that in your past, shame on them. Shame on them. Not shame on you. Shame on them. You are not a failure at all. Okay? And I know right now it doesn't seem like it. But once you decide to choose you and to love you and to heal you and to be there for you unconditionally, so much in your life is going to change, and you're going to look back on all these heavy situations in gratitude, because you're going to realize that all these people that didn't love you were pushing you to love you. And once you love you, it's so easy for them to love you. I mean, I suffered just like you with really bad self-esteem. I had gone through some really heavy things in life that just made me feel like I was absolutely worthless. And every relationship pretty much in my life projected that back to me. And after, a lot of self-help and self-work on healing, meditation, sleep affirmations, Reiki, all of it, the relationships in my life are different now. They are a reflection of the way I see me, just as before my relationships were a reflection of how I viewed myself. And the same is true for you. And Spirit wants you to know that you are worth so much more. And here is a test. Go into the mirror and look in the mirror and look into your eyes and tell yourself that you love yourself the way you want somebody to tell you they love you. So my name is Dee, so I would look in the mirror and say, Dee, I love you so much. You are amazing. You are special, and the world is lucky to have you. I love you so much. And I'll tell you what, I bawled my eyes out at first trying to do that, and I couldn't even get it out, okay? So go into the mirror and look at yourself and mean it from your soul and say, I love you. You are beautiful. You are worth everything. Say it over and over. And, even bigger test, do it completely naked and look at yourself. And if you can't get it out, you can't say it, then you've got your work cut out for you in falling in love with you and learning to appreciate you and discovering all your magic and the gifts and things that make you unique. It touches my heart. Spirit wants to take you on a journey to show you how beautiful, magical, special, and amazing you are. Hang on. Wake up your tenacity and determination. You are a star, my friend. And it's time for you to wake up to that. And that's what Spirit brought you to this reading for. So those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello, card number 3. So here is the card up close so you can look at the imagery. And you were attracted to energy attachments, energy exchange, negative influences, and self-sabotage. So what Spirit would like to talk to you about is the exchanges of energy in your life. It is affecting you at the soul. It's splintering your energy because there are definitely some parasitic type of relationships in your life. And this is where you have friends that when they call you, they're not interested in talking to you about your life and what's happening for you. It's like they just call you to talk to you about what's going on for them, whether it be for the good or the bad. It really doesn't matter. It's like they just want to hear themselves talk, tell you everything, but could really care less about you and what's going on in your life. Like, you could be on the phone with them for 2 hours, and by the time you hang up the phone, you know every detail of, their last year, but they don't know anything about you. Spirit is bringing your attention to those relationships, or people in your life that like you don't really feel any sort of deep connection to, but you still maintain and entertain the relationship. It's time for any sort of frivolous relationship to dissipate. You don't need to expend the energy there. And then also relationships that, manipulate you, gaslight you, take from you. Spirit is bringing big, big attention, because even though it may not seem related in your mind at this moment, these imbalanced relationships in your life are causing you a lot of self-sabotage, because your energy is being drained, and therefore there's not enough mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and maybe even physically for you to have enough for your dreams, your desires, your manifestations, okay? It's like there's too much energy going out to other people, and that's why things are happening in your life the way they are. And Spirit's saying you're not making that connection because you are a good person and you do give. So you're like, why is there this turmoil? Why is there all this lackful energy around me when that's not who I am? No, that's not who you are. But there's people around you that literally suck you dry, and therefore there's not enough left in you for yourself. And also these relationships make you perceive yourself, your worth, your value less than what it really is. Okay, so let's pull another card. Intention. This is card 13. That would be a 4. And this is card 4. You need some stability in your life. And look at this. It's attached to the heart chakra. Okay. So your intentions are good. They are beautiful. They are pure. But it's time for you to really examine and scrutinize the intentions of others when it comes to you, and not always give people the benefit of the doubt. There's a ton of spiritual videos on YouTube. You could just type in, what are spiritual vampires? What are ethereal cord attachments? Like all those things, okay? And there's meditations to do. You could go get some Reiki, but it's time to cut the cords. And some of these energy drains are ethereal cords, okay, that are from relationships that you may not even be connected to anymore. You really are thinking about somebody, it just happens over and over. Where in your body are you feeling a lot of sensation? Because that's the chakra that they are primarily attached to and siphoning your energy from, okay? If it's your root chakra, they're taking your abundance, they're taking your stability. If it's your sacral, they're stilling your emotion, they're stilling your ability to create. If it's your solar plexus, they're stilling your personal empowerment and ability to manifest. If it's your heart chakra, they're stilling your love, your ability to love, especially love for self. If it's your throat chakra, they are blinding you from the truth. They are not allowing you to express yourself. If it's at the third eye, they're gaslighting you, okay? They're manipulating you. If it's at the crown, they're sucking you dry of energy, all right? It's time to become very aware of any sort of ethereal cords, energy attachments, because these are truly causing a lot of distortion in your life and causing you to self-sabotage when you otherwise wouldn't. And that's the primary thing that's like holding you back, or making you feel stagnated in certain areas of your life. And so Spirit's trying to help you become aware of people and their true intentions and see them with, like, everybody feels like with the soul that it's unconditional love. Like, it is unconditional love, but it's utter truth as well. All right. It's seeing truth with no judgment. Your soul will always know the truth of vibration in another. And the more you get in tune with that, the more you'll notice when you are around certain people, like just the frequency, the vibration in your body, the chakra that's being activated. And if you find yourself drained, sad, down after conversations or being around certain people, there you go. It's just they suck energy. All right, look at that. To find your backbone. Spirit is saying it's time to put people in their place and not put up with their crap. You don't have to. And the more you put your foot down and the more you start doing meditation to really guard and block your energy, you're going to notice a shift in the way people react around you. When you do meditations to cut those etherical cords and to really shield your energy, people you haven't talked to in a long time all of a sudden are going to be reaching out to you. Okay, it's because they feel that loss of you and your energy, and it doesn't have to be a conscious thing for them. All right. And let's see, what else do we have? Build on solid ground. Yes, you need to have a backbone and really cut these people off so you can surround yourself with solid relationships. All right, so let's pull some more cards. All right, look at that manifestation. Heart chakra. So you got the heart chakra coming out twice. Throat chakra. And air. Okay. Manifestation, self-sabotage. The main chakras where these cords are attached is the heart and the throat, okay? Which is preventing you from experiencing love to its highest potential. It's draining you from being able to have enough love emotion for your own manifestations, okay? And here at the throat chakra, being hidden from your own personal truth, okay? And even in this card at the throat chakra, we got red right there, okay? So you are being, your truth, your voice is stifled by some connections in your life. Like you have to walk on eggshells. You're too afraid to speak the truth to them. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to cause any fights, any arguments. You do your best to preserve the relationship. And so for a lot of you guys, you really hold back and you don't put people in their place. You don't speak up and say, you know, your personal truth because you aren't quite sure of your personal truth, because you're just like card 2, you guys are very empathic, okay? You're very in tune with other people and their feelings and what they're going through, and you see the best in people and you want to believe the best in people, okay? But not everybody has your best interests at heart, okay? A lot of people are very self-serving, and as close as you may feel to them and, you know, what you guys share with each other, some people are just very all about themselves no matter what you do. and that's just the way it is. And those are not the kind of people you need in your life. And I was just noticing, you know, this is card 4, 13 makes that a 4, and then this heart chakra right here is 4. 4 is all about stability. You deserve stable relationships in your life. Manifestation is 12, which would be a 3, and the throat chakra here is card 3. You deserve the Trinity, okay? Mind, heart, and soul to be all in sync in your connections. And then this is card 9, find your backbone, with this card 9, air. This means it is time for you to speak your truth and not be afraid to rock the boat and not be afraid to call somebody out on their BS. If you feel it intuitively and it's just like you know it, but you don't have proof, call it out. You know what you know. You feel what you feel. And you don't have to turn the other way to preserve a relationship because you care so deeply. In doing so, you're self-sabotaging your own manifestations. It's time for certain people in your life to be cut off and to be told who and what they are, and that they don't appreciate you, they don't honor you, they don't value you, okay? And the more that you lay boundaries, you're going to notice a big shift. There's going to be people that try to tell you that you're crazy, that you're being unreasonable, it's your loss. They're going to be very defensive and triggered, and they're going to fall away. And there's going to be other people that are like, you know what, you're right. I'm sorry. I need to appreciate you more. And they're going to change, and they're going to become aware of themselves, okay? And also with this, as you're laying those boundaries and knowing worth and value, you attract new relationships in your life that are going to reflect that are going to have beautiful intentions, okay? Because as amazing as you are, your energy's too splintered, being siphoned from other people for you to have enough to make your dreams and wishes come true. And it's time for that to happen. All right, let's pull some tarot. King of Cups, control. Oops, sorry. Eight of Cups, retreat. Look at, and that's coming out under the heart chakra. The High Priestess, yes, you are very intuitive and empathic. And Nine of Wands, resilience. Okay, it's time for you to have control of your life, of your manifestations. And it's time to walk away from anybody who does not love and honor you as you deserve. It truly does mess up your life because you are such a sensitive person. Your emotions are everything. You being emotionally balanced is everything. It's what creates the stability in your world for you. It's time to retreat from anybody who is not giving their heart to you the way that you give to them. And the High Priestess with the throat chakra, you always know. You are so intuitive, okay? But you hold back. You really hold back because you don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to sever a relationship. You just hope, you know, you being your best, loving your best, doing your best, ultimately will have somebody align to you in that space. And unfortunately, you've got to set your boundaries if you want somebody to align with you. You can't love somebody into change. They have to do that all on their own. You know what I'm saying? So you've got to listen to what your intuition is telling you. And here, the Nine of Wands, resilience with air. And look at 999. I love that synchronicity right there. 3 nines. Yeah, it's time for you to really capture this lesson and overcome it, because you're at the 9. The 10 is the completion. So this has also been a soul lesson for you, okay? Learning to guard your energy and cut those ethereal cords and stand your ground more and not put up with so much crap from people that you care about. And, you know, if you're like, well, if I really stood up, to people in my life, then I would be totally alone, like nobody would be there. Well, maybe that's what you need with this Eight of Cups retreat, is maybe you need a clean slate, get rid of all of them. You know, I actually did that a few years ago. Just some friends that I had, I was like, you know what, I'm done. And I just distanced myself, and I was alone without a single friend for a while. But then new friends came, and better friends. And now at this point, I can look back and see how toxic those relationships truly were for me. And so don't fear being alone and holding on to bad relationships because of that. Like, let them go. You deserve better, and better will come once you know that and you command it by your own actions in your life. And here, I really do feel there are some people in your life that if you were just like, hey, you are a total energy vampire, you give some good examples, they might be like, damn, I did not even realize I was being that way to you. You might be surprised. All right, let's take a look at what's happening with the physical energy for you at this time. Coffin, bad investments, financial challenges, savings. Okay. With the Coffin, this is talking about, you know, money, job, situations, and you know, these energy vampires around you, they are impacting your ability to create abundance for yourself, okay? Whether that's actual money or job, career, happiness. Some element of these energy vampires are really taking your happiness or your abundance. And, you know, if you have a job where you are not appreciated whatsoever, you are worked to the bone, you don't make much money, it's time to believe that you deserve more and that you'll find more, and make that your intention, and Spirit will help you. But you've got to get out of the mindset of, I hate this job, nobody cares about me, I'm not appreciated. You've got to get out of that mindset about that job and just start focusing on, I'm grateful to this job for it paying for my life and all that I need. And, you know, anything positive around it. And through that process, you will align to a better job, and also learning to love yourself more and standing up for yourself more. But financial abundance, job happiness will definitely improve for you. Let's look at the mind. Afterlife, reviewing your choices. Okay, so in the mental body, as you receive the messages of this reading, you're really going to start to reassess, reevaluate, see things from a different perspective, and realize where you are truly being cheated, okay, with other people and how they're sucking your life. And nobody has to live your life but you. If your dreams don't manifest, that's on you. That's your heart that breaks, nobody else. All these people that you're there for, that you're giving, you're doing, you're being for, their hearts aren't going to break if your dreams don't come true, but yours are. And Spirit hears you and is saying it's the people in your life, it's energy being siphoned from you. Okay, and the more that you think of things from an emotionally detached perspective, the more your intuition can show you the truth and show you the answer and the solution. So let's look at your heart space. Okay, so security. You really just want to feel safe and secure. You want to be real. You want things true. You don't understand why it's so difficult for people to care and to give. And you just assume, you know, because you are so sensitive and empathic, you're like, well, it's just, I'm just made this way. That's why I give more and I care more. Well, that's partly true. But there's people who have been given the bare minimum. And again, like I said, relationships that are separated from you, there's definitely ethereal cords where they're still drawing upon your energy. Let's look at the Spirit. your spirit. Okay, yeah, look at this. See the chakras right there? It's time. Your spirit is like, I cannot feed all of these people. I am not a buffet. All right, it's time for you to take your energy back, to have boundaries, to protect yourself, and to think of yourself, you know, if you had a case full of diamonds, how would you take care of that? That's how you need to take care of yourself. You are just as precious as that. And once you have, you're able to tap into all of your energy, you are going to be amazed at how magical you are and how much better you just feel in general. All right, let's pull some more cards. Fear, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live the energy of love. So money, job, a lot of fear-based energy. Okay, and that again comes from your depleted energy and not feeling, when you are depleted, you see everything like in a fractured perspective, and options don't seem as abundant, and ideas for improving the situation aren't there, and you feel very helpless and stuck. And so that's why Spirit brought in that message around job, career. No matter what it is that you desire, it's time to be grateful for any source of income that you have in your life right now, and focus on the positive and being in that job you want, making the kind of money you want, and the inspired action will come to get you there. But you have to be at full capacity energetically. All right, regret. I know that I cannot change the past. So here in the mental body, reviewing relationships, don't feel regretful, remorseful. Think to yourself, I made a huge mistake. If only this, if only that. Never think that, because every relationship has taught you something. And, you know, you have become a very strong person operating on such slim energy. Okay, you've become very, very strong. And once you have access to all of your energy again, you are going to feel like a Superman. Okay, I promise. And here in the heart, we have envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. You're like, why don't people love me the way that I love them? Why don't they give to me and do for me? Like, you just want that reflection of you back in your life. And that's going to happen once you have more respect for yourself, your energy, and lay down those boundaries. And now look at this. In the spirit, we have gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Once you cut those etherical cords and start protecting your energy and being far more picky and choosy about where you dispense it and with who, and you're back to 100, oh my gosh, you are going to be so happy with all the blessings and magic that just start happening and unfolding in your life, because you're finally at full force. You haven't been at full force in a long time, and you just don't even know it. And Spirit's telling you this is why XYZ is going wrong in your life. It's because your energy is absolutely sucked dry, and it's time to be replenished, and it's time to cut the ethereal cords and lay down boundaries and cut off people that are just negative parasites, and cut those etherical cords from people that you are no longer even involved with. All right, let's pull one final message. Soul assistance, soul guidance, unique perspective. So Spirit is saying, I hear you, and you need to realize how special and unique you are. Your perspective needs to change. about you and what you bring and what you offer, and demand that in return in your relationships. So those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello, card number 4. So let me show you the artwork up close. And you guys chose spirit guides, looking for signs, philosophical discussions, supervision. So by being attracted to this particular card, this is spirit letting you know that there are some new spirit guides coming in to your life, because there is a very big change and transition about to happen for you. And through that process, a new team is coming in to guide you. So you have done a lot of work at the soul, and you are about to have this major expansion. So let's pull some more cards. And these new spirit guides are going to give you signs and synchronicities that they have arrived. You will just start noticing some different things. All right. Ooh, we've got empathy, rose quartz, Venus. This is card 14. For some reason, right away, I thought of Valentine's Day. So the change in your life is around love, your heart space. And this could mean many different things. Some of you, this could mean you are about to meet the love of your life. Some of you, this may mean you are about to conceive a child, whether you are male or female, you and your partner, the conception of a child. This could be a huge career advancement, like your dream job, huge accomplishment that makes your heart overflow, okay? But this big change, this transition is bringing you much more in tune with your sacral chakra, your divine feminine energy, your emotional center, your empathy, okay? Because it's like you're going to the next level in your heart space, truly. All right, let's pull another card. This could even be like getting married, buying a house. Like, it's a big life change. But it makes your heart so happy. All things in moderation. And 3 and 1 would be a 4. So this is card 30, 3, 4, and 1 and 4 would be a 5. 3, 4, 5. Do you see that transition of energy through numbers for you guys? So all things in moderation. Now, this to me is speaking more about what you have been living, okay? More balanced energy, and through this change that's happening to the heart space and the divine feminine energy within you, it's like this big tidal wave of energy, and it might rock your world a little bit, but it's for the positive, okay? So where you have been, more moderation, things much more even in flow, you are about to have a big wave of beautiful energy coming in. So let's pull some more cards. And also with this big change, the happiness, the wave that you ride from it lasts for quite some time. All right, non-duality. Wow, look at that. Things are just coming together for you. And these new guides feel so fun. Beginnings. Oh my goodness. Yes. Air. And phases. Okay, two things coming together, two energies becoming one, all right? And that's your energy plus something else. And again, this is general, so this, what makes your heart space happy is different for all of you, okay? But it's like a dream coming true, things finally coming together, and this change is so big, it's like a brand new beginning for you. And air, this is, you have brought this into your reality. You have manifested this beautiful change, and you've done all the work. You've gone through all the cycles, all the phases, everything you needed to properly expand you and prepare you for this big, beautiful change and transition that's about to unfold in your life. And that's why these new spirit guides are coming in to work with you, because everything of the past is falling away. All those lessons, like, you're done with them. It's time for some new teachers, and you're going to feel that shift of energy as they enter your life. And the guides that have been working with you, you're going to feel them say goodbye as the new ones come in. New beginnings all the way around for you. Let's pull some tarot. The Emperor, Three of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and Six of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. You are getting kinged here. Whether you are male or female, you are getting kinged. You have earned your crown. This new beginning, this wave of energy, I told you, you're going to be riding it for a while. It's building. It's not just this beautiful change. It grows and expands beyond this point. And here in the mind, two energies coming together, becoming one, becoming a manifestation, becoming a relationship, creating a child, however it resonates for you, boom, it's right there, the coming together of energies. And the phase, the cycle, it's over. It's time for you to reap your reward from all your work up to this point. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love your guys' reading. It is like another world compared to the other three that I've done. In fact, it's just like it's so positive. It's just like boom, 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 boom. I'm like flying through your reading. So let's look at the physical specifically. Coins, money coming in, wealth, good investment, getting lucky, getting a raise. Okay, this is in the physical realm. Best card out of all four reads that came out. Yeah, this shift is also bringing a lot of abundance into your world financially, or a lot of job happiness, okay? So that is excellent to see. Let's see what's going on in the minds. Alien abduction beyond your control. Oh my gosh. This is where everything is just unfolding and happening in such a way that it's like Is this reality? Is this really happening? And the signs and synchronicities as your current guides say goodbye and these new guides come in, it's going to be a little crazy. Just like thoughts, things you see, things you experience, all right, especially in your dream state. So expect some bizarre, but no, it's just your spirit guides saying goodbye and the new ones coming in saying hello. All right, let's look at the heart space. And it's interesting because here in the physical, look at this. I said you're getting crowned as the emperor and you got all these coins that came out. So yeah, nice increase to job or money situation with this change. And then, you know, here in the mind, you've got the Three of Pentacles. So what I'm feeling here is this is 3 new guides coming in really, really strong. One to help with the solar plexus, one to help with the sacral, and this here, this white one is like really opening your crown chakra up, and that's why you're going to have some interesting experiences. And here, this is the Two of Cups, union, and we're about to pull a card over the heart space. So let's take a look and see what comes out. Passion. Your relationship can grow stronger or burn out depending on your choices. And to me, just the way this reading going, their passion is about to ignite and explode in your heart for somebody. All right, whether that is a new romance, a current romance, a new friend, a new baby on the way, a new job, just whatever this is for you, like your heart is exploding with so much happiness and joy, and you feel a lot of passion and excitement. All right, let's look at your spirit. And I already know with this Six of Pentacles, all the work, energy, and effort you've been putting out is finally coming back to you. Oh yeah, look at this, the Buddha. You have learned your soul lessons, and not only is this transformation taking place, you know, in your physical life very much, it's also at the soul. Your soul is stretching out and expanding. You are wiser, you are stronger from your travels. And now, because of all your hard work, it's time for that beautiful shift, that tidal wave of abundance, of love, of happiness, and a whole new set of experiences and plans moving forward. And that's why these new guides are moving in to work with you. Let's pull some more cards. Oh, look at this. Gratitude coming out under the coins. Oh, yes, you are going to be one happy person. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Okay, so with this right here, coming out under the mind energy, there are no shortcomings. There are no mistakes. Anything that you have done in the past that has led you up to this moment has served purpose in your life. And your like new team, part of their goal is to really like cleanse you of just really old energy, where you go into these moments of deep self-doubt, really beating yourself up, and they're like, don't do that. Don't do that. Everything you do, whether you perceive it as good or bad, right or wrong, all of it is teaching you, and all of it has led you to this beautiful, beautiful moment of transition. Now we have doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Have no fear, okay? Love is coming in the way that you desire it the most. And here, oh my gosh, look at, I said have no fear. And this is coming out with the soul energy. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Do not fear your opened intuitive abilities, the dreams you're having, the things you're seeing, what you're feeling, what you're going through, because remember, as your current guides exit the stage, they're going to tell you goodbye. And as your new guides come in, they're going to introduce themselves and make themselves known to you. All right. And it might seem a little weird, like, is my house haunted? No, nothing is haunted. It's just your new team coming in. And I'm telling you, your new team is like pranksters and jokesters. Okay. You have to have a really good sense of humor just because of the way I'm feeling these new guides. Like, they are going to do little pranks on you in a very lighthearted way. Okay. And you'll just, over time, you're going to know it's them. And those weird little things that they do are going to come to mean like different things for you. So when they play out, you're going to just know about a person or situation based on the oddness of them. I've never experienced that before, but it's like we're going to do weird stuff when you really need to pay attention. Very, very interesting, but they are fun. This is a fun bunch that's coming in. I feel like the guides you were working with previously were a lot more serious because you were doing a lot of soul work coming through as the Buddha. But now it's like it's time for fun in your life. It's time for you to ride that wave. And you're going to be doing that for a while. Okay? And these new guides coming in are absolutely perfect. Even though they're full of humor and pranks, they're incredibly wise and clever and come up with great solutions. Okay? You've worked with these guides before in a previous life. For sure. Like, I almost feel that some of these guides you've actually incarnated with before in previous life. And that's why there's just this great rapport of this humor, pranks, and jokes. All right, let's pull another card. Don't doubt the good energy, the good things that are happening. Don't doubt, don't fear, don't blame yourself. It is time to just fall into gratitude for everything, including yourself and every choice that you have made, because it has all created this beautiful world that you are evolving into. The intimate dance of beliefs and emotions. There is strength in numbers. Yeah, your guides coming in, they are going to really help you come into full bloom, into full potential, take you through every chakra. There is no end to what these new guides are going to do for you. And it's because this big, big change is happening in your life. And it's attached to the heart space, okay? And as this is general, that's going to be different for each of you what that means, but it's happiness in the heart like you've never known before, okay? And money and job is looking pretty good as well. And believe in true love for those of you that desire that so deeply. Believe in true love because it's happening. It's going to come in for you, all right? So I feel like that's pretty complete. Like, green lights ahead, good things happening. Just let go and open your energy to the new guides coming in, and you are about to have a lot of fun. So those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.